Off and racing. Dancino began okay towards the outside, was one of the first out there from Mole Flanders. Glams is showing some pace, and Winged is coming across when they settle into stride, and Cybervane is pretty prominent as well. As they sort themselves out now, they're heading to the 800 metre mark now, and it's now going up Amber Boy out in the middle of the course to be one of the leaders. Dancino is prominent, and Glams is against the rail. The leading horses out there when they hit to the 600. Cybervane, Winged Hope just behind them, followed by Mole Flanders on the rails, and Sahara Shams, and back towards the end there is Winged Hope in that bunch, and Ron's Bounty is a clear last when they head along towards the 400 metres now. Glams against the outside rail, Dancino with it, and also their Amber Boy. Going up to them, Cybervane closest to the middle of the track. They're followed by Sahara Shams under pressure, and so too is Winged Hope. But now Dancino has got the upper hand, although racing a little greenly. She's put her head in front of the middle here. Cybervane is going with her nearer the middle of the course, and they have Glams beaten over on the outside. Dancino with a narrow leader. Glams coming again on the outside, and Cybervane, but Dancino pulls out enough, and Dancino wins it by a long neck on the line. I reckon Cybervane will grab second in front of Glams, and back behind them Winged Hope, and they were followed then by Amber Boy. Next Sahara Shams, and there's a long break in the field of Mole Flanders, and Ron's Bounty was a clear last most of the way.
Number 5 then.
Early speedos was Invite Me and Twillet and Zoologist. Out away very quickly, Besotted looking for the lead. Regent Gold's going to make Besotted work though early from Bolshazza third, and Gift Henry comes across to be fourth with it. Back on the inside, Zoologist followed by Invite Me. They're not loafing early. They've gone pretty keenly towards this 1,000-metre turn. Zoologist back behind it. Oh, Talpiro seemed to run into the back of it and lost 2 ground sharply. Invite Me went around it. Barossa Rose went into the inside, and a length away last of all is Twillet. It's Besotted striding freely down to the 800. By a length and a half, Regent Gold. A similar margin, then came the favourite Gift Henry. 2 to Invite Me outside of Bold Shazza. 1.5 further back in the field, then came Zoologist Talpiro after an early Pratt. A length and a half, Barossa Rose, and then another length away to Twilly. He's trying to pinch this on Besotted coming around the turn, and she's going to straighten about 2.5 in front of Regent Gold. 2 lengths away, then came Gift Henry. A length and a half to Invite Me, putting in a bit of a run, and further back Bold Shazza. A few whips working behind them. They include Zoologist, Barossa Rose, Talpiro and Twillet. In the straight, Besotter's got a nice break. 3 clear of Gift Henry down the outside, starting to work home now. And further back at the 200-metre mark came Regent Gold. Besotted is still the leader. Gift Henry shaken up as answering the call of young Reagan Rayner now. Gift Henry moves up on the outside of Besotted. Gift Henry put the head in front, and favourite backers are out of the blocks in the first. Gift Henry home ahead to Besotted. 7 lengths away third, Regent Gold, Invite Me, Bold Shazza. And then came Barossa Rose, followed further back then by Zoologist.
In this 4-race series for the AFL Cup, the AFL Footy Cup. All set. Racing now. Portland Patch was bounding around on the stalls, and he's missed it a little here. He's settled towards the end, second last, with only Tom Bowler behind him and Mecca Dance now. And first out is Knight's Word. Away fast is Del Rancho up to second on the outside, with Reaper Barn, who likes to be up on the pace, moving into third around the outside there. In on the rail is Command Post fourth, and they're followed by Sports Circuit settling down fifth in the Richmond colours. A length and a half to Much Ado on the inside, and then Portland Patch. 2 lengths to Tom Bowler, who's second to last, and over on the inside Mecca Dance. Reaper Barn's gone to the lead now, out in front, 2 lengths clear. Running second at this stage of the race is Knight's Word. Another 2 lengths further back is Del Rancho at the 1200. Over on the inside then, at the head of the other horses, further back is Command Post, and about a length and a half to Sports Circuit round the outside. Much Ado sneaking up along the inside, 2 lengths to Portland Patch, half a length to Tom Bowler, and 2 lengths to Mecca Dance. At the 900, Reaper Barn in front, only a length and a quarter clear. Knight's Word is second, about 3 lengths away as Command Post on the inside of Del Rancho. 2 lengths behind them, Sports Circuit moving up on the outside of Much Ado. A further 2 lengths break to the favourite Portland Patch. Spotting the leaders about 8 lengths coming to the home turn, and Tom Bowler, Mecca Dance on the rails behind it. At the 600, nearing the turn, Reaper Barn just the leader. Knight's Word has gone up within a neck of it at the outside. Command Post just behind them from Del Rancho cornering, and then Sports Circuit to the outside from Much Ado. Portland Patch, Oliver switch back towards the inside, and he can get right through along the rails if good enough. Inside the 400 metres now, and Knight's Word had gone up to tackle Reaper Barn, who fights on well. 2 lengths Command Post, Portland Patch only battling. Then Del Rancho on the outside now at the 200, and Knight's Word has got the better of Reaper Barn. On the outside, Command Post is running home well, but the Premiership colours are clear at the moment. Knight's Word, Command Post is coming hard. Knight's Word ahead in front. Command Post levels up. I think got there. I think Command Post just beat Knight's Word in a photo. 2 lengths away third, Reaper Barn. In behind them, Sports Circuit and Portland Patch, who only battled in the run home. Then Dance out wider, and they were followed by Del Rancho towards the end, as Much Ado, and a long break back in the field. The Collingwood colours are clear last. Tom Bowler.
Last horse Zings, and as they settle fully, Hand Pass came out running, looking for the lead with Hell to follow. Jester's Edge on the outside of Rainbow Tide. Dance Night is next. Biscuity's out in the limb around the first turn at the 1,000, 3 deep at least. Pushing through it on the inside was Hurricane Grey, and already they're 4 in front of Zings and 3 to Guru Star after seemingly in some little difficulty early. Down the side of the 800 metre they race now, and Biscuity out in the limb is going on with it, and he revs it around to take up the running, and Jester's Edge goes with it. Inside of those then came Hand Pass and Hell to follow the rail, but it's now under pressure.
Waits right, correct weight on 4.52 Flemington.
Night followed by Rainbow Tide. Back on the inside, Hurricane Grey. 3 to Guru Star, who's picked up the bit and got past Zings. Around the turn, and here the leader is Hand Pass. It's a couple in front. In second placing, Jester's Edge. I don't give much chance to the others. Rainbow Tide doing the best of them. Hand Pass is travelling sweetly. Jester's Edge is under the stick and 2.5 off it as they race down to the 200. Hand Pass the leader. Jester's Edge is trying hard. Then Rainbow Tie. Zings has made a bit of ground, and down the outside Guru Star still runs on. It'll run a place. It's been a big effort, but Hand Pass keeps on going. Jester's Edge can do no more, and it's Hand Pass scoring nicely. 3.5 to Jester's Edge. 2.5 away third was Guru Star. That was a tidy effort. Zings made ground. It was a nice run too from Rainbow Tie, and we can dispense with the others. Coming in at long intervals are Hurricane Grey, also done.
The racing, and off to a very even start. Gdansk is the early leader from Manhattan. Travelling third is Harmonia, followed closely by Conspicuously, then Mars King. So Sleek is second last, and 2 lengths to Kramnik. Gdansk in front of Neck Harmonia as they settle fully into stride. Manhattan a length and 3/4 away third, 3/4 Conspicuously the outside, a length and a half to So Sleek. Mars King had been trapped wide, and J.A. Cassidy trying to ease back and get a little closer to the rails, and Kramnik another further length behind the favourite. On the first corner they travel at the 950, and the leader Gdansk clearly now from Harmonia. Third is Manhattan. 3/4 to a length back Conspicuously. 1.5 further away is So Sleek, and a neck to Mars King on the outside. And tracking Mars King is the Bart Cummings trained Kramnik as they come down to the 750. Still no change in the order. And Gdansk pilots the field, a length Harmonia. Manhattan running third, Conspicuously another length and a half away. 1 to Mars King being pumped along by J.A. Cassidy, and 2.5 to Kramnik and So Sleek. Travelling to the corner, he's pulled the whip on Mars King. It's back 7 lengths from the leader Gdansk, and as they rail into the home straight now, it's Gdansk by 2 lengths as the jockey has a quick peep. Second is Manhattan getting up inside of Conspicuously and Harmonia, and 3 lengths to Mars King. Oh, he's labouring down to the 200, and Gdansk a length and 3/4 on Conspicuously, taking some ground off the leader now. Mars King will run about third last the way he's going. Gdansk in front, Conspicuously's almost level, and then Manhattan. It's still Gdansk in front from Conspicuously, and Gdansk, oh gee, I tell you what, there won't be much between these two on the line, Gdansk and Conspicuously. Third to Manhattan, followed home by So Sleek, and then Mars King. What an awful performance. Good margin off to Kramnik, and Harmonia was another 4 lengths away.
Draw seemed to be a little slow on the outside rail. Away pretty quickly too down there was Londolese in the early part, and coming across very fast was Snow Beauty to cross to the outside rail and be the leader. Snow Beauty settles down in front here. Moving up into second placing is Dane Quillo. Request is just behind the leading pack of horses as they settle fully with Dolly Mary. Coming across fast was Benares. After going down the middle of the course, it scooted across the field and went to the lead there. So now they come to the 600 metres with Benares in front. Mazeri Debonair had gone up to in second placing. Dane Quillo's Snow Beauty are just behind them, followed by La Volta. Pretty Buttons not far off the pace, and then came Request, who's got shuffled out of the pack here. Dolly Mary's dropped off a bit. Londolosi a good way back, and final drawback last of all. 300 left to go. Benares against the outside rail, again tackled by Snow Beauty, Dane Quillo, and then Mazaire. They were clear of Request, who's have to get a push through between horses to get a run at them. Snow Beauty in front of Benares, and Request is into the clear, but Snow Beauty is the leader here, a length and a half in front. Snow Beauty from La Volta on the other side, and then Benares and Request, but Snow Beauty is clear, and Snow Beauty wins it by 2 lengths. I'd say either Benares or La Volta for second placing, just in front of Request, and they were clear of Londolosi. Final draw made up good ground. Then just back behind those horses to finish was Dolly Mary. She was attended then by Dane Quillo, who weakened the run home. So did...
Those further back, Kunprani driving up onto the speed. With it, 2 on the outside, Rugrat taking 1 very wide here, Aquasine, and further back, tailing out as Bush Outlaw. They race around the turn now, coming towards the 450, and here the newcomer took over Shamrock Jazz by about a length. Second placing over on the outside is Esquisse. Over on the inside, Ganymede. Kunprani ridden up behind them, pumping home. Hydrotite now under pressure from Aquasine. Not many breaks have gone its way, and further back in the field behind those Rugrat, and forget about Bush Outlaw. The maiden in front, the newcomer. It's Shamrock Jazz. Is this going to be an upset? Shamrock Jazz is going great. Guns to the line, and it's going straight to the line. And it's caused a bit of an upset here. The outsider of the field. Shamrock Jazz first. Second placing goes to Esquisse. Third Kunprani, I think, from Hydrotite, Aquasine. They were followed further back by Ganymede, then Rugrat, and the last one in was Bush Outlaw.
Narrowly from Pepper Girl and Ma Rigo on a limb, followed on the inside Sweet Bonnie, a length to Pillage, and nearly 2 lengths Timeless Appeal. My Amble almost joined by Sweet Bonnie on the inside down past the 700. Pepper Girl in the third spot. Ma Rigo can't get anywhere near the rails, and a couple of lengths to Pillage on the outside of Timeless Appeal. Travelling towards the corner, Budgie, Ma Rigo's wide out. Pepper Girl is running fourth, and as they travel up and two and around the corner, in fact, Ma Rigo's gone to the front from Sweet Bonnie, followed by My Amble, and Pepper Girl is next. She's about 2 lengths from Ma Rigo as they come down to the 250. Jimmy Cassidy shaking up Ma Rigo. The brother Larry on Pepper Girl likewise. Pepper Girl is starting to bridge the gap on Ma Rigo, but Ma Rigo's still in front of Pepper Girl. Sweet Bonnie on the inside, and then comes Pillage, but it's all Ma Rigo. This is a big debut. Ma Rigo wins it well from Pepper Girl and Pillage, followed by Sweet Bonnie, a long margin of 6 or 7 to Timeless Appeal, and a further 5 lengths to My Amble.
Counter there, the last couple. Another Neptune is set. Encounters coming up to complete the line. So the Debonair all locked away. All set now, lights blinking away. Encountered near the outside. Off now. And Evocative a little slow down on the inside. Encounter began very fast in the early stages. Second coming out quickly too, and going forward Clay Shot. But second coming the Derby winner, boots up in the early stages and holds Clay Shot out. Moving up to third, Encounter over on the outside from Denosarai, pushing up inside it now, so Encounter back a length away fourth. 2 lengths then Satalic, followed by Kilkia, and then Evocative on the inside. 2 lengths Prince Dandard and Suavity. Another Neptune followed by 2 lengths back El Marata outside, Mighty Impulse last on the rail. Second coming the leader at the 800, a length in front of Clay Shot, a length Denosaria, a length and a half to Encounter fourth, and he's got in with it about 1 off the rail now. About 2 lengths further back is Satalic racing deep around Kilkia and Evocative. A break behind those horses then is another Neptune getting up on the inside, followed by Prince Dandard, and then Suave to the outside. A long way back is El Marata, second last turning, and Mighty Impulse. Into the straight they come now, and second coming Balance for the run in about a length and a half on Clay Shot, Denosaria. Encounter called on for the run. run now is cruising up to join these leading horses, and they're clear of Kilkea, running on fairly well from Evocative. El Morada's back last, 250 metres to go now, and Encounter with Shane Dye looking everywhere, moved up to take the lead from second coming. Kilkea running a big race, and now El Morada is starting to lengthen, but Encounter has dashed away. Kilkea's coming after Encounter, but Encounter wanted a long head to Kilkea. Third placing either second coming or El Morada, who finished well. Then Mighty Impulse, followed by Evocative. Back behind them to finish in the race was Prince Dandan, and then came another Neptune, Satalic and Suavity, Dana Soraya, and Clayshot dropped out a bad last.
Lead now from Lord Shiraz and the heavyweight, and then Torresel back to the tail. The bolter of the field, Our Communications, leads them down towards the 600 to the home turn, a length in front of Excel Pilot. The heavyweight moves to third on the outside of Lord Shiraz, and a length and a half to Torresel. Our Communications, the bolter of the field of 5, leads by a length and a half Excel Pilot, the heavyweight. Then Lord Shiraz the inside, and a length and a half away last of all Torresel. Excel Pilot comes after Our Communications. Lord Shiraz having a bumping duel with the heavyweight. The heavyweight won that battle and put him back in. In the meantime, Excel Pilot kicked clear from Lord Shiraz and the heavyweight. The heavyweight trying to get to Excel Pilot and Lord Shiraz. It's still Excel Pilot, the leader, from the heavyweight and Lord Shiraz. Lord Shiraz coming through with the heavyweight. Lord Shiraz ahead. He lost the fight on the turn, but he won the race. Lord Shiraz ahead over the heavyweight. Third, Excel Pilot. Fourth was Torresel, and Our Communications kept the pace on early, but wilted at the finish.
Stirred up in the yard and a little flighty on the way around to the barrier. Ready now. 1200. Racing this time. Noise seemed to leap in the air when the stalls opened. He only missed it a half length or so. A Noble Challenge quickly to the lead. Noise collecting himself, and Fiddlin going up. And not far away as they settle down, I Knew in company with Quick Strike. At the head of the others, High Wire. Foxy's over on the inside, and 2 lengths to Spying a length of Zeus's Millions to the 850 crossing. And Noble Challenge on the outside leads about 3/4 of a length to I Knew. The heavily backed Noise in the third spot from Quick Strike, Foxy and Fiddlin. 2 lengths to High Wire around Spying, and Zeus's Millions last with 600 metres to go. Little between Noble Challenge and I Knew with the inside running, a length and a half to Quick Strike, holding his posse about a couple of horses off the rails. Noisy's outside from Fiddle and Foxy, High Wire. Spying second last, and the trailer is Zeus's Millions on straightening up. Noble Challenge and I Knew, a length on Noise. El Cassidy going for Noise. In fourth position on the outside, High Wire, and then comes Quick Strike. It's I Knew as Craig Carmody goes for it. A half length on Noise, starting to gather it in. I Knew the leader, not for long. Noise gets it, then Zeus's Millions and Spying, but Noise comes away. Noise beat I Knew and Zeus's Millions, followed by Spying, High Wire. Well, he's no juggler, High Wire. And then came Fiddlin, followed by Quick Strike, Foxy and Noble Challenge.
Going into line, and Willoughby away from the gates with Dry Humour. All set now, has Dry Humour joined them, ready for the Manifold. All set, racing now, and the Medic began well towards the inside. Zuccarino flew out of the gates, and so did the West Australian Willoughby, who speared straight to the front. Tallura Touch boots up on the inside of it to keep him out, with Zuccarino settling third from Prattler. The Medic getting up on the inside, and Piron led in that bunch of horses with Zuccarino. As now Willoughby went to the lead, so Willoughby took it up, did a bit of work, but he's crossed over in front. Dry Humour a half a length away second. Tallura Touch third inside of Prattler, and then Piron Lad trapped out wide. 2 lengths to Medic Raleen with Zuccarino there outside. Another 2 lengths break Chevelle Place. She's followed Honquok Star, and then Burrito the outside from He's Regal when they came down near to the turn. And Sir Nita's back towards the end with Batocci next to last. At the 600 metres now, and Willoughby's been tested by Dry Humour on the outside. Prattler's about a length away in third placing, coming around the turn. Tallura Touch on the inside from the Medic Raleen. Piron Lad's never been on the course, and out wider then is Zuccarino when they came into the straight. And then Chevelle Place getting up on the inside, and Burrito out wide. at the 400 metre mark now, and Dry Humour got a length and a half in front of Willoughby, who can't go with him for the moment. Then the Medic in the clear, and here's the grey Zuccarino with Burrito coming down the outside, and then Batocci inside the 2, and Dry Humour out by 2 lengths now from Willoughby, and then came Zuccarino and Burrito. It's Dry Humour in front. Willoughby's lifting with another effort. Willoughby's coming again. He's got there. Willoughby got up and beat Dry Humour in the last stride. In behind them, Chevelle Place might have grabbed third from Burrito, and back behind those to finish in the race was the Medic in company with Zuccarino, and then He's Regal. Next, Batocci and Honquok Star. They were followed by Raleen, then Sir Knight, and well back is Tallura Touch with Piron Lad after his hard run second last, and again Prattler has disappointed, and he's finished a clear last. It was a game's tough performance from the favourite to win. Number 1 Willoughby, ridden by
away they go. Concur a little slow to begin with Almatavian. One of the best away was Mighty Meccano on the inside, and Noisy Prospects going fast, so is Silver Toy. Top County's putting a bit of speed on with those and putting the pressure on. They were followed further back by Carnivorous, Almatavian the inside, and getting between them now as Escorts, followed then around the outside by Rocket Flight. The grey is taking off 3 deep, but they're going to the first turn. It's out on a limb. Ackaraw King shoves up inside of it, and they were followed then over on the inside of those by Highly Handy, and 2 to the grey Concur last of all. Down the side they race a Noisy Prospect, led a half 3/4. Top County in full flight second. A length and a half further back in third placing Mighty Meccano. It's had the run of the race. There's another one on its outside, Silver Toy, followed 1 1/2 off by Escorts. It's travelling under a double hold for the moment. Further back then came on the outside Rocket Flight. Carnivorous Rider getting busy. Almatavian went through on its inside. Concur to the outside, coming around the home turn with about 450 to go. Further back in the field behind those then came well back Highly Handy, and last Ackaraw King into the straight. Noisy Prospect, a length and a half Top County. Silver Toy the outside, and further back behind them on the inside, battling away now Mighty Meccano, and down the outside Escorts is labouring. Concur's made up some ground. Noisy Prospect is still the leader though with 100 to travel. It's hanging on. Here's Concur down the outside later, now getting a split Mighty Meccano, but it's Noisy Prospect. Noisy Prospect ahead on the line to Concur. Third placing Mighty Meccano, Silver Toy, Top County. They were followed then by Carnivorous, and further out then came Escorts. Then came Rocket and Flight. It was never in the race really. Further back then Ackaraw King, followed by Highly Handy, and the last one home.
When the gates open, missed it by more than a length. St Pamela Ann jumped well, can't get to the lead, and Mr Honey has it about a half length to a neck on Iron Jug, a length and a half St Pamela Ann. Well, she'll be ridden with a sit today, followed closely by on the inside Exalt, racing up on the inside now to join Flinders Street, 2.5 lengths to Grey Dawn Rastana, and a couple of lengths further away on the outside being Regal Statesman as they come along the side with Sweet Lucy. 7:50 left to go, and Mr Honey gets his own way in front, a length and 3/4 on Iron Jug. Similar margin, the third is St Pamela Ann, about 2 lengths to Flinders Street. Exalt on the inside, and then Grey Dawn. Around the outside goes Sweet Lucy from Rastana, and the tail end to Regal Statesman. 500 out, Mr Honey shows the way. A length and 3/4 clear on Iron Jug, 2 St Pamela Ann, 3 to Exalt Flinders Street, followed by Sweet Lucy Rastana, Regal Statesman and Grey Dawn. They straighten for the run of the judge, and Mr Honey shows the way. A length on Iron Jug and St Pamela Ann spreading up to them quickly now, and 2 lengths further back Sweet Lucy. 200 to go. St Pamela Ann hits the lead. Sweet Lucy the outside. Iron Jug can't do any better than Exalt. Mr Honey's caller today, but St Pamela Ann is doing it in grand style, and here's the hat-trick for her. St Pamela Ann much too good and wins from Exalt and Sweet Lucy. Grey Dawn, Regal Statesman, followed by Mr Honey, and Iron Jug. Flinders Street and Rastana was last of all.
At its last start. They're all set. Ready to go. Queenstown Kate, well supported favourite at 3:10 and 150, shorter on track. Racing now, and a good dispatch too. Gamila, one of the first to bounce out of the line. Lorenza began fast with Marauding Angel settling between them early. Then came Queenstown Kate moving up to a prominent fourth on the outside from Flirty Bird when they go past the 1200. Next, Amy's Dream, who's got back to third last, and back behind her is Arabian Poppy. And settling at the end of the field there is Betty Chateau. Gamila the leader at the 1,000-metre mark. A length Lorenza and 2.5 lengths back Flirty Bird. Ahead Marauding Angel. Caught on the outside Queenstown Kate in fifth place, but travelling 3 wide, and a length and a half behind them Arabian Poppy on the inside when they came past the 800-metre mark now and up towards the home turn. Arabian Poppy next over on the inside when they swing around the home turn, and back towards the end is Amy's Dream, who's second last, and last of all is Betty Chateau. They're nearing the turn, and Lorenza has moved up on the outside and has taken a slender lead from Gamila when they corner, with Gamila on the inside rail. Queenstown Kate is moving up after never being on the track from Flirty Bird over on the inside, and then Marauding Angel feeling the pinch. Amy's Dream peeling to the outside when they came towards the 300-metre mark, and the widest runner is Betty Chateau. Now it's Lorenza with Queenstown Kate tackling. Flirty Bird gets up on the inside to have a go at them. Arabian Poppy and Betty Chateau are coming, but the Queenstown Kate took a slender lead. Betty Chateau coming at her with Arabian Poppy, Queenstown Kate and Betty Chateau. Betty Chateau on the outside has got up and beaten Queenstown Kate. Between them Arabian Poppy third in a great finish. In behind those Flirty Bird just couldn't quite go on, finished fourth from Amy's Dream. They were followed by Lorenza, break to Marauding Angel towards the end, and Gamila after leading weakened to be last of all.
Number 7, Betty Chateau.
It's just easing off its heels. On the outside was Chappie, and they were followed further back in the field by Vandercore as they go onto the side. Next, How's Billy from Ride On and Camise the star last of all by the 800-metre mark, and Chief Seattle puts the brakes on up front and now steadies a neck in front of Dr. Mabuse, and third on the inside, Listen to Effendi. Gold Desiderio was fourth, and fifth was on the inside Palawan from Sable Mist, and Lord William sneaking around them. Further back in the field behind them, Worry Sand getting away from the rail but having to work to do so, and it's outside Chappie and deeper Palawan as they turn for home, where Lord Williams out 4 and 5 deep into the straight. Chief Seattle grabbed by Dr. Mabuse. Listen to Effendi shaken up his flat strap. Lord William runs on as he customarily does, but he's struggling a little, and Gold Desiderio's coming with him, and then Palawan. Listen to Effendi's hit the front. Here's William out wide. Lord William, Listen to Effendi. Palawan getting through on the inside, but Listen to Effendi. Listen to Effendi scores a length on the line. Palawan not sure about third. Vandercore got through from nowhere to be third in a photo for third, I should say, with Chappie. Lord William and Dr. Mabuse. Gold Desiderio, Sable Miss followed out wider by How's Billy. Then Worry Sand followed further back by Chief Seattle, and Ride On, Bowl Pitch and Camise near the tail of the proceedings.
One of the smartest away was Wolf River, commencing pretty well Calamba, likewise Rubana, then Tonka trying to get across, followed by Sharp Lord. Basara's out very wide from Ballistic Beauty, Hagman, and last is Quiet Secret. Tonka going up quickly to join Calamba, but Calamba, Jimmy Cassidy has a peep over the right shoulder. He's holding the lead on Calamba, a half length on Tonka. Length and a half away third, Sharp Lord on the inside of Wolf River, and 2.5 Rubana ahead the fence Hagman. A length and 3/4 then coming Basara on the outside of Quiet Secret, and 2 lengths Ballistic Beauty. Down the back, going past the 1,400 metres, and Calamba keen to get on with it. He's pulling a little. He's out by 3/4 of a length on the favourite Tonka. Although on the New South Wales tote now, 250 number 1, 270 number 4, changed mid-race. And as they go onto the far corner, the leader Calamba, about 3/4 Tonka, a length and 2 Sharp Lord. Wolf River, Rabana's very wide from Hagman. Then Basara. It's a muddling run race. Quiet Secret next to last, and Absolute is Ballistic Beauty. This is the order coming onto the side of the course. And now the rider, Chrissy Muntz on Tonka, wants to get the lead away from Calamba, Jimmy Cassidy, and does so now. And over this 850 crossing, it's Tonka, about a length and a half on Calamba, 2.5 to Rubana, 3/4 to Wolf over the fence, and 2.5 Basara Hagman, and then Sharp Lord, about 3 lengths to Quiet Secret, a similar margin, Ballistic Beauty, a long way back yet. 600 left to go. And Tonka by 2 lengths on Calamba, a length to Wolf River and Rubana, 3 to Hagman, Basara, then comes on the inside Sharp Lord, Quiet Secret, another 3 lengths Ballistic Beauty as they turn for home. And Tonka first into the straight, 3/4 on Calamba, a length away Wolf River. This trio have put 3 lengths on Basara. It's Tonka just the leader. On the outside, Calamba. J.A. Cassidy draws the whip on the Canberra horse, Calamba. Hits the front ahead on Tonka, fighting back, and then Wolf River, Basara. Tonka coming at Calamba. Wolf River the outside. Tonka the inside, and Calamba. By gee, this is a head bobber. They're totally out of stride between Calamba, Tonka, and Calamba, with Basara prominent for third, with Wolf River not far back. Then came another length and a half away Hagman, 5 to Quiet Secret, 8 Ballistic Beauty, 2 to Sharp Lord, and a length Rubana.
Is all locked away and ready to jump over the staying trip today. 25.57, gates are back, they're off and racing, and Noble Colony in the middle of the line began reasonably well. Skygazer bounded out nicely. River Choir's going to the lead in the early stages over on the outside, and they're followed then by Knowles Wish going forward, followed by Berserk, who's up on the pace when they settle down. Mutual Benefit and Trelawney dropped out to the back of the field, but River Choir and the Collingwood Colours went to the lead when they head towards the turn out of the straight near the 2,000 metres. It's River Choir in front of Skygazer and Knowles Wish improving on the outside. 2 lengths Berserk, who settled down fourth, about a length and a half Exciting Ranch and Neck Noble Colony, a length and a half to Barrackey, the outside of Winning Caper, 2 lengths to Mutual Benefit, and a couple of lengths to Trelawney at the back of the field when they went past the 2,000. And River Choir in control, a length clear from Knowles Wish running second. In behind them, Skygazer, the favourite, having a nice trail third on the pace, a length and a half then to Berserk. 2 lengths behind them came Noble Colony, outside Exciting Ranch, and 2 lengths to Barrackey. Winning Caper over on the inside, and then about a length and a half to Mutual Benefit, with Trelawney last of all. No change. They're inside the 1,700 metres now, and River Choir allowed to do it his own way in front. Led Knowles Wish a little over a length. Skygazer a neck away third, the inside. Berserk just behind them, 2 lengths back as fourth, followed by Exciting Ranch and Noble Colony. 2 lengths Barrackey outside, Winning Caper, and another 2 lengths back Trelawney, with Mutual Benefit on the outside of him below the 1,400 metres. River Choir in control of the race, a little more than a length clear. Skygazer having a lovely run over on the inside when they head towards the 1,200 metres now, with Knowles Wish on his outside. 2 lengths Berserk in fourth position.